again, Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. They go to the ground. At the 35, he's got more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Leads it with the back. Fighting off the defender. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. To throw, it's Simpson. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
They kick it away on fourth down. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Pushing for a crease to the left. Oh, he's got this thing. Good pick up on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge. They're dogs.
And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Stockton. That's caught. It's Thomas. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and they force the incomplete.
That's caught. It's Frazier. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game started for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
The Dogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown! Right in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focus with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And some room to work. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Didn't get much done on that one. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. This rivalry might not be as bitter for Alabama as the ones against Auburn or Tennessee or from Georgia, the ones against Florida or Georgia Tech. But when Alabama and Georgia have met over the past decade or so, no matchup has been more impactful across the SEC or college football.
Oh, there's no doubt. Georgia's had a Bama problem. I mean, they've kind of had their number. Obviously got over the hurdle for the national championship, but some great teams that have been held back because of Alabama's dominance. This is a big rivalry. This is a huge day for the Dogs.
Anytime these teams play, it feels like a national championship, even more than an SEC championship. We've seen that time and time again. But one thing I know, Georgia's defense is going to know where Ryan Williams is lining up each and every play because the true freshman last year ate this defense alive.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Here they're trying to get to the edge. Turning it on. Going up for the first. Shoved out of bounds right at the 35-yard line in the running game, getting the job done. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. At the 45 on his way. Powers through. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Looking for room. It's Frazier. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Got his man on the right. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Georgia looking to convert this 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're not into threes. They want 6s. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, you feel pretty good about a quarterback sneak most of the time. Such a short yardage play. I just got to find a little crease and get through it. But this defense was more than ready for it. Built that wall up front. Nowhere to go. No push. Big stop by the gate.
Miller with the ball. Picks up the first down. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, you know, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant and Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They've always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Power football with the run. And again, stopped right in his tracks. Nowhere to run.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. Stands in and takes the hit. And he bats it away across incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David. Looking deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for 1st down. Back to throw, it's Stockton. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in the middle. It's blocked.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Pulls it in. It's Branch. Got some room there to the goal line. And he'll take it in. Touchdown, Dogs! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, as you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, Ole Miss and LSU have battled to the final whistle. Here's a quick breakdown. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Their performance in SEC play last year was forgettable. They want to make it memorable this time around.
I love when Reese uses phrases like forgettable, which means it was awful. Not very good, okay? So they're looking for a bounce back. They've been selling this program all offseason. They've been trying to bring in new additions. They've been trying to create some juice bubble. Now they got to go out and do it.
I think they realized, too, a year ago they weren't as talented as some of their opponents, but they also gave some games away. And they've got to be better in critical get into these SEC conference games this season.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Gonna take a shot. Fires the pass and intercepted. Trying to take it back. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, the offense turns it over. Talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Give to the running back. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Finds his man. It's Frazier. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Pressure coming. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Absolutely perfect. And now the lead's extended a little further.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give is to Miller. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Simpson. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down to the 26.
That guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense. We saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside him. David Hopper really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to 2 guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Unloads to the wideout. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be 3rd down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath. He's got to settle himself down.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. On the run, still looking. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Frazier. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier.
There we go! Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Quarterbacks love receivers that can do damage once they have the football in his hands. No doubt there. Easy slant, completion, and then let your receiver go make hay once he has the ball.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Got a man. It's Branch. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm there.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run in the coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
That's caught. It's Frazier. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Completion to the right. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's got him still on his feet. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air. It's Stockton. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Gets the back moving. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Back to pass. Oh, after him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quinnen Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite-level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Wheels it in as he goes out of bounds on the right side for a huge play.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Bulldogs are on the move. He leaves it with his back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Makes the grab. It's Young. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. To the air, it's Stockton. Grabbed over the middle, it's Frazier. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks and first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, lead the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And the Bulldogs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. To the ground to try to move the chains. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your friends.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense...
Looking to take a shot. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bama.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
To the air, it's Stockton. He's looking deep. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D read that. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb. They've got to make sure these drives pay up. Breaks into the open.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They'll ride the hot hand. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-line staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Firing to the right, complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. To the air, it's Russell. Fires to the middle. Touchdown, Alabama! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down behind the line of scrimmage, and now he'll have to go back to work to get over 100 yards again for the day.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the right. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Here's the handoff. Got room to work. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
This guy's been running hard all game long in the 4th quarter. Now with that last run, he's now at 99 yards rushing. One more carry away from potentially reaching that 100-yard milestone that all running backs covet.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw it, Stockton. Got him back. Ball down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's blocked. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Tough sliding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
It's the grab, it's right. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chip play opportunities.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
And with that incompletion, it now sets up a very interesting decision for the head coach, right? You've got a narrow lead. You kick the field goal now, you force the opponent to have to at least score a touchdown to retake the lead. But you can also seize a lot of momentum if you get it here on 4th and short. If you're able to score a touchdown, this is a completely different game.
4th down, they'll pass for it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And he runs into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up. But getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Rushes on him. Got his man all by himself. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Man, that is just what this defense did not need. Late in the football game, up by a couple of scores, you just can't give up the big play. And listen, that was a contested catch, but we got to get guys on the ground. Can't give up explosive. Let that clock tick and preserve the lead.
Back to throw, it's Russell. Quickly complete. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
Motion from the wideout. Back to pass on 2nd down. He'll take a shot. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Still on his feet at the 45. That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And he finally breaks when they get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And the Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run the toss. Slithers into space. Got the first down and still on his feet. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams and kind of see what you have. And this team kind of proven, like, listen, they're worth the ranking. They're probably going to continue to climb up the charts, handling their business early in the season against a pretty dang good team.
And I think at the end of the year, when the committee's meeting together and they're deciding which teams are going to reach the playoff, this is a game they're going to point back to. Hey, we wanted to find out more about them against a good opponent. They won the game. They took care of business. This was impressive today.
They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
They'll keep it on the ground for the load. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Games like that, every time you go into the booth, I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams.